Hi folks, welcome to today's video, Sciatica recovery after a lumbar disc herniation. How long does it take? Now, before we jump into today's video, if it's your first time here and you're out there suffering with low back pain problems such as sciatica nerve pain, disc herniations, bulging discs, lumbar stenosis, lumbar arthritis, then hit the subscribe button. I make a lot of great content for folks out there just like you to get you back on the road to pain-free recovery. But without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So folks, today I want to talk about herniated disc, bulging disc. Very often you get sciatica nerve pain afterwards, and a lot of people ask me, how long will this last? Okay, it's one of the most sort of common questions I do get asked. It is a very painful, very annoying side effect of having bulging or herniated discs. And people want to know, like, how long am I going to be in pain for? Because it is very debilitating. You know, sitting, standing, lying, moving, all these things, okay, are affected when your nerve is inflamed, is damaged. So typically, with a herniated disc, a picture is going to flash up on the screen there. Herniated disc, most common place is L5, S1. Okay, it's very base of your spine. Then it's typically L4, L5, L3, L4. And that disc pushes on the nerve, okay, and you get a lot of this inflammation, the nerve gets compressed, and of course that brings about pain in that nerve. Now, the sciatica nerve, it's going to pop up on the screen now. It's the longest nerve in the body. It exits your lumbar spine there, goes down under your glutes, behind your leg, right down into your calf and across into your toes. And you could feel sciatica pain anywhere along that route. Okay, it could be back of the leg, it could be in the glutes. Your toes can be tingling. For me, most recently, I had burning big toe as well. That dissipated, but that was something I never had ever before, not even in my first injury 20 odd years ago, but I had it this time around. Okay, thankfully that has gone. And the good news is, if you've just been diagnosed with herniated disc, bulging disc, you've got that sciatica nerve pain from it, for the majority of people, all right, it will clear up, feel much better within 3 months. Right, I've got a couple of stats here from the research, and most cases in the research papers, 60 to 80% of people, it will be cleared up, the pain will have dissipated by that 3-month mark. However, okay, that is quite a big range, 60 to 80. And in other papers, we're talking 20 to 40% of people will still be suffering, okay, after that 3-month period. Because then after 12 weeks, it does become chronic, okay? So 3 months, 12 weeks, pain which lasts longer than that is termed to be chronic pain. It's constantly there. Now, in some research papers, depending on the original injury, some people can still be in pain after 2 years from sciatica. I myself, first time I had my herniated disc, L5, S1, it took me about 12 to 14 months to be clear of the what I call static sciatica nerve pain, meaning it was kind of always there, right, at some point during your day. I don't know, a few months of, if I sat too long, or a long car ride, long plane ride, it would also, sort of give me sort of a numbness, like the leg goes to sleep kind of feeling, then it would dissipate. By about 18 months, that was completely gone, yeah? This time around, I am technically now about 18, 19 months from my second issue with L5S1, when I was actually deadlifting, my spine rounded, and I had instantaneous sciatica nerve pain, which has lasted pretty much until about a couple of weeks ago. Okay, I was about 95% for a very long time, and I changed my training a little bit. I worked more on sort of tissue release, a lot of nerve gliding, and I can pretty much say now that I'm now having pain-free days where I have no sciatica pain at all. I still occasionally have some cold foot, which is another symptom, but I'm calling myself 99.5% sciatica pain free. Okay, now there's a number of things which can sort of make your pain last longer than the 3 months. All right, I'm just going to go over some of these right now. So one is how long you waited to start the rehabilitation period, because it has been shown that if you wait more than 30 days, then rehab from herniated discs, back injuries, takes significantly longer. If you can get stuck into a rehab program at the outset, which I know can be difficult depending on where you are in the world, with socialized medicine, it can be tough to wait for get your physio appointments. even in private healthcare with insurance companies, it can take time for that to get approved. So sometimes that's out with your control. However, I did make a specific video. It's a beginner's rehab video, which is going to pop up at the end of this one, which is a nice, simple rehab structured exercise routine that you can do if you've just been diagnosed and you want to start to do something now to get that pain under control, okay? Now, on the physical side of things, another thing which can make it last longer is your job. If you've got a manual job where you're lifting, bending, twisting, okay, and it's unavoidable for you to do that, then yes, you will be agitating the nerve, agitating the discs. It will take longer. There's also psychosomatic issues. You know, it could be depression, could be you're overstressed because of the injury. Okay, you start tensing up, right? You have this sort of like fear of movement. Okay, all these things will play a part in sort of increasing the time it's going to take for you to heal. Again, in the research, they were saying if people did undertake a exercise program as soon as possible, okay, it did lead to better outcomes for the majority of people, yeah? Now, one other thing which I talk about quite a lot is age. Now, we can't help how old we are, right? But the thing is, after 40, 45, the nerves regenerate at a much slower pace, okay? So when the nerve gets compressed by the disc, or there's disc material around the nerve which causes a cascade of inflammation, and if the nerve gets damaged in some way, and the myelin sheath, which is like a almost like an insulatory cover of the nerve, imagine like wiring, insulation around the wire. If that gets damaged, okay, that takes a lot longer to heal if we are older. It takes longer to heal if we're not doing the correct movements, etc. Yeah. Now, it's also been shown in the research that basically motion is lotion, as I often say quite a lot. And they've compared different exercise programs to the outcomes of sciatica nerve pain decreasing. And it doesn't seem to matter what exercises you're choosing to do, as long as they don't make things worse. Okay, so I wouldn't encourage, obviously, spinal loaded flexion or spinal rotation with force. Okay, it could be swimming, it could be a lot of walking, it could be gym. Some activity that you can do pain-free, because that's what you want to achieve, is being able to do a set of exercises, movements that are pain-free, because it encourages blood flow. Physiologically, it's going to help heal. Inflammatory material is taken away, good nutrients are taken to the spot of injury. It's also good for the psychological benefit. Okay, you get the dopamine release, you get sort of natural endorphins, pain-relieving endorphins make you feel good. So all these things, okay, have been shown to help, right? How long it will take for that nerve to recover. But for most people, and I'm saying now from people I've experienced, because I have a lot of people come to me who have had that pain for more than 3 months, that they've tried many, many different things, but as soon as we put them onto a set program where they're self-reflecting on what they're doing, they're recording what they're doing, you start to see this gradual decrease in pain. I'm a big believer in strengthening your way out of pain with whole body training, okay? And the good thing about that is you're using all your muscles or your joints, you're getting strong, you're trying to stabilize that lumbosacral area. And we can still have sort of the same level of pain, but we can do more. And what usually happens with that is, as we can do more, we get more stable and strong, the body has a chance to heal. It's not trying to protect itself. It's not tensing up those muscles, yeah? But you still have to practice, good spine hygiene and not push yourself into doing something which will increase your pain, because that will all increase the time it takes to heal. But the good news is, for most people, if you've gone, good rehab to start with, you should be feeling much better within that 3-month mark, okay? For those that are now after 3 months, then I would say you're looking at potentially another 6 months, 12, even 18 months in some cases. But to get to that point, you have to be undergoing, correct spinal hygiene, some sort of strength program, endurance work, cardio, whatever, get your body moving, okay? If you are struggling with your sciatica nerve pain and you don't know where to turn, I do a free advice call, 45 minutes an hour. We chat, video call, and I give you some stuff to go away and do, okay, to get you back on the road to recovery, right? I always say I can't help 100% of the people 100% of the time, but I would say the majority of people that do take my advice, they do start to see improvement and results in their symptoms, right? Now, next week's video, I'm going to be more detailed as to what you can actually do at home, okay, to reduce that recovery time. Yeah, and so make sure you subscribe to be notified of that video. It's going to pop up in your notifications next Sunday, okay? So just to recap, guys, how long does it take? Okay, as I said, for the majority of people, if you get into a good rehab program, within 3 months, 12 weeks, you should be seeing a good amount of decrease in pain. If not, it's completely gone at that stage. Okay, if it's gone on longer, then there's many other factors at play. It could be age, could be the lack of rehab at the start. It could be a 12-month, 18-month, possibly 2 years to get completely pain-free, symptom-free, okay? This is a long road. I always tell people this is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Coming back from this type of injury can take a long time. Just on myself, you see I'm sitting here. I'm actually in a flexed spine position. I'm on a soft chair. I have no sciatica pain at all at this position. I was sitting for a couple hours doing work in a cafe in quite a hard chair. No issue with sciatica pain. So that's taken me approximately 18, 19 months to get to that stage, okay? And some would say I'm a professional at this, okay? I've done this for many, many years, right? But again, I'm older, right? I'm way older than I was when I had my first injury. So I knew it was gonna be a much longer process. You just gotta stick with the process, okay? Keep doing what you're doing every day, record what you're doing down to spot pain triggers, and keep that ultimate goal of being pain-free and sort of measure your progress as you go, all right? So guys, listen, hope this video has been useful for you. Any questions, comments, please hit me up in the comment section below. I do always reply to comments. Sometimes it takes me a few days, but I will reply to you. And don't forget to check out that video of the rehab program, which is going to pop up in just a few seconds. Guys, have a great day. Subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you next week. Take care.